Hi there, John is your trainer, Karen. I am putting together your prescription and I'm going to make a video for some of the resistance training exercises and the stretches that I have you doing. In this video, we're going to be focusing on the resistance training exercises, namely the Romanian deadlift and the bench press. So we're going to get started with the Romanian deadlift. This is going to work the posterior chain, namely the glutes and the hamstrings, with a little bit of back in there as well. So this exercise, I have prescribed kettlebells for you. I have a dumbbell because that's what I have at home. If your gym does not have kettlebells, dumbbells are totally okay. So when I do this exercise, I'm gonna keep, if I'm using a kettlebell, I'll keep my hands in a closed grip and they're gonna be close together. I'm gonna keep my feet shoulder width apart, and this movement is a hinge movement. So I'm gonna push my hips back, my chest is gonna come forward, and I'm going to keep my legs straight, but my knees soft. So I'm going to push back my hips and come down. I'm going to come down like mid-calf, and then I'm going to squeeze my glutes and come back up at the top. So this is what it looks like from the side. Come down, push my hips back, keep my back straight, squeeze my glutes at the top. I'm going to inhale as I go down, and exhale as I come up. And it's going to be about a 3-to-1 tempo. So we're going to take 3 seconds to come down and get a nice stretch in our hamstrings, and then we're going to come up in 1. Now I have a modified version where you use a stick or a dowel or a broom handle, and we're going to be doing the exact same thing. Our hands are going to be slightly wider than shoulder width. Our feet are going to be shoulder width, and we're going to practice the same movement. So our hips are going to go back. Our chest is going to come forward. We're going to squeeze at the top. So I want to make sure that you keep your back straight. If you find at the lower range of motion that you're curling your back, don't go quite as deep. Try to keep your shoulders rolled back, your chest straight, and squeeze the glutes at the top. Don't overarch your back. That can hurt your back. And that is basically the Romanian deadlift. Now we're going to do the bench press. The bench press is going to help improve your push-up scores, and it's going to help work your chest, your triceps, and your anterior deltoid. Now this exercise, I want you to focus on the angle of your elbows and keeping the bar over your chest. So when we start the exercise, we want to make sure that we have 5 points of contact. That means both feet, my butt, and my shoulders, and my head all need to maintain contact with the bench at all times. So I'm going to come down like this. The bar, when we start, is going to be over the eyes. Our hands are going to be in a close grip, so my thumbs are wrapped around the bars, and they're going to be about shoulder width apart. So I'm going to unrack the bar, and as I come down, I'm going to reach for approximately nipple level. That's my target for the bench press. And you also want to make sure that you come down and your elbows aren't flared out. You want to be about 45 degrees away from the body. So as we come down, we're going to inhale and exhale as we come up. So let's try that again. So that is how we do the bench press. As far as modifications go, if the bench press is too challenging, what we would do is we would start doing push-ups first. And if the bench press is too easy, then we would add a pause at the top. So we would hold for a second and then come down and then come up and then come down slowly. So it adds a little bit more time under tension at the top of the movement to make it a little bit more intense. So there you have it. That is the RDL and the bench press. Thank you, John. Talk to you later.